Hi friends, I'm happy to report to you that we have met our fundraising goal to send our very own Carly Pradiri into the mission field this summer in Colorado Springs with Next Step Ministries. So thank you for your generosity. Now I want us to turn our attention to mission in Macedonia. I'm going to introduce you to Milena Nechkovska, and you may remember hearing from her last fall when we were packing shoeboxes for Operation Christmas Child. She received one of those boxes when she was young. Currently, she is serving in ministry with Cru, formerly Campus Crusade for Christ. And I had the pleasure of talking with her last summer here in my office, and I told her that I knew that Centenary would be happy to support her in this ministry. Our pledge is to send $250 every month in 2023. And if you'd like to make that happen, you can designate your offering Cru. Thanks for listening. Here's Milena.
Hello there, I'm Milena Nechkovska. I'm a missionary with Campus Crusade for Christ in Macedonia. I'm coming from Macedonia and I serve there the Lord. So I've been part of the campus ministry for 4 years already, and I'm very grateful how God used me and how I could see the lives of many students be changed in the last years. So the girls that you can see in the pictures are my disciples, and I had the privilege to disciple them in the last years, and I'm very encouraged to share the stories about them with you because I could see how God changed their lives. So it was interesting to see that how God works in each life differently, and it's interesting when you see young people being interested about God and wanting to know who is God, but not really having the chance to find the answers. And I was very grateful that God connected me with them. Each of them is very unique, each of them is different, but each of them had like this seeking of God in their hearts. Like they had this need to find who is God and to find a need to find peace. So through sharing the gospel with them and through leading them through Bible studies or meeting with them one-on-one every week, I could see how God is using me to encourage them to step up in faith and start reading the Bible. So I'll share about this girl who is named Billy. I met her in 2019, and we met through a project we did with Campus Crusade for Christ. And Billy actually in that time was struggling a lot with anxiety and depression, and in that time I really didn't know how to share the gospel with her, but I would just sit for hours and listen to her and try to encourage her to pray and try to encourage her to go to God in those moments when she struggles with anxiety. And in that time I was sharing only about myself and how God helped me in my life to overcome things like that. And it was interesting that after a few months, she was the one who asked me, okay, I see that you have something and you have God in your life. I want to have that same thing in my life as well. And through that way, I was able to share the gospel, and through that way, I was able to point her to God, and she got saved after a while, and she started reading her Bible, and it's really encouraging that now she's leading other girls to Christ as well, and she's discipling 5 other girls, which is really encouraging for me to see because God used me in her life, and now God is using her in other lives, and she is able to help other girls find Jesus. So I'm very grateful that I've been able to be part of this ministry. And you can pray for these girls and pray for this ministry we have in Macedonia, that it will develop and that God would use us even more there. And I'm excited to share something else with you now, that actually after 5 years being part of this ministry, I've decided and prayed for a while that I've decided, but also it was a calling, that God is calling me to switch ministries and to move to some other directions. And actually that's Leader Impact. Leader Impact is a ministry in Macedonia, also through Campus Crusade for Christ, that works with businessmen people, influential people, leaders who are in leadership positions. And we hope that we can reach these leaders in Macedonia with the gospel, and through reaching these people with the gospel, we hope that we'll be able to influence and a change in the whole society. So thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for praying for me, and I hope that God will use us together.